So then he said it's not going to cut the mustard.
Really?
You know, and that was that.
Let's try a little test. What do you see here?
It's a sandwich. It's a sandwich. It's a sandwich.
I'm sensing a pattern here.
We've got this big corporate megaplex of food garbage choices everywhere, offering up 99-cent cheeseburgers and every other kind of just
who knows what
gullet stuffers you can ever imagine. And we've got
food
about
that fills you and doesn't nourish you.
Yeah, exactly. And we've got like 10 restaurants that we are aware of.
10 is stretching
in Montgomery County that we're really willing.
Oh, in Montgomery County, we're going out that far.
Yeah,
okay.
Well, we have to.
Yeah.
You know, you can if you're talking about just like in the city.
There's like 3.
It gets really Well, there's a couple more, but I would say top city restaurants.
Definitely number 1, Roost. We love Roost.
Love
Roost. Hope Roost stays forever. Because every bite
it grows bigger.
Every bite of their food.
Because I think that small room would be a challenge to make the dollars.
It's just like, oh.
But,
you feel it. You feel it. You taste it. It's just like this whole thing.
I could take a bath.
And those truffle fries.
The truffle fries. And just,
oh my God.
Truffle fries. Yeah. They're just, I've never felt that way about food. I could
every
just
bite of their food. We've been there.
Lie in a mattress full of truffle fries.
4 or 5
eating
times.
them face down.
We've been there 4 or 5 times now.
Yes, every time.
Every
the food
time
was
it's awesome.
Kicking. It was wonderful.
Just the flavors just make you feel alive in your mouth and in your body.
Yeah.
Inventive, fresh, delicious.
Yes.
Totally awesome. Like the whole deal is totally awesome.
Yeah. Make reservations if you're going at a dinner time.
Yeah.
We like to go in off hours, so
we like to go early. We're like the old people in the early bird.
Yeah, but Roost has got it going on.
I think Roost is the
best
best in the city.
I've not had anything that is close to being
not here in
every single thing I've had from Roost has been like, wow,
awesome.
Can't believe that.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Oh, I can't.
And then we love Sidebar, as we mentioned. Yes. I hope they get it all together.
Yeah.
Then I think number 3, at least for me,
Taqueria
Mixteca on East 3rd Street.
Awesome.
Oh my God.
Yeah, they're awesome.
So good.
Lynn's.
You can go in there with $20 bill.
Yeah.
2 people can like eat
tons of food.
Booty load of food for $20. Get you 3 chicken tacos, guacamole, some beans, a couple Mexican Cokes.
Delicious.
They don't have high fructose corn syrup in them. Ask for them. We've got the bottles.
The old style bottles you knew when you were a
really
kid.
cool.
If you grew up in the 70s and you used to get the, Cokes in the big
yeah,
bottles.
they didn't have everything with just chock full of HFCS. And so, okay, that's 3.
We love Lynn's. Their Vietnamese menu is awesome.
Lynn's is good, but Lynn's. Here's the only problem I have with Lynn's. The room is kind of echoey in Lynn's.
Oh yeah, the acoustics are.
And there's always some hippie chick in there with a baby, who she thinks it's cute. Like, hey, it's so cute how loud they are.
Yeah.
I love the little. And I'm like, get your baby out of here! It's bouncing off my ears and all crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, but that's
we
can forget that.
The food is so good.
The food is fantastic, but there's a couple times at Lynn's where they haven't made it as hot as we wanted, and
but
we like
that's
the heat.
Our personal spice level. In general, their food,
like the heat.
The flavors are awesome. They give you the fresh herbs, which really pop. All the stuff to add. The pho is delicious. The
fish
broth, delicious. Go in the morning. Go early to get the pho when they make
lots of fresh herbs over everything.
Delicious.
Yeah, fantastic restaurant. When's the next eating spot that we must mention? I know they're our advertiser, and they support us, but I would definitely say Fifth Street Deli.
Oh, well, that's
It's
the
not
best
a
deli.
it's not a dining place,
No.
but if you want a sandwich, chips, and
It's
something
the only place
interesting
around to get a good sandwich.
to drink, yeah, and you can get, you know, of course, wine and beer, and they also have all kinds of cool sodas.
Yeah.
Too. So this wasn't a commercial, but
No.
I love the Reubens and the nuclear subs
The
because they
falafel wraps.
the falafels are really, really delicious. It's a quality place,
Yeah.
and they know what they're doing.
Yeah.
And these are all things that we're talking about with these restaurants that we've talked about. They have quality ingredients,
And
and
then
they
the
know how to run
flavor, the end product flavor is also there. 'Cause
Mm-hmm.
It's not only about quality ingredients.
Olive we went to for the first time. What, yesterday?
Day before yesterday.
Day before yesterday with a friend. There wasn't very many people in the dining room, but they were just...
We got there kind of early for dinner, and
Yeah,
they
got
had
there a little early.
reservations.
They
So
had
we sat
people
out on
that-
the patios. You got to
Yeah.
make reservations there.
Exactly. You
It's
got to
very
make
small.
reservations, but I don't think it's worth making reservations. There was some good and some bad that we had at Olive.
I just
And
feel...
let's talk about the good first,
Okay.
so we won't be negative, nattering nabobs of negativity.
Well, I'm not
But
saying the food was terrible. It wasn't
No,
terrible.
well, let's talk about the good. It wasn't all. It wasn't terrible.
No.
The good, I thought they had really fresh ingredients.
Yes, that's like...
The
Awesome.
iced tea was kicking. The lemonade was totally kicking. They got give your own little pitchers for that. I think I had a Caesar salad.
The pesto grilled cheese sandwich was delicious.
That was
The bread
delicious.
great.
The bread was really good.
Had bacon, the cheese, the pesto was all really good.
Yeah, the plates were too small
For the salads.
for the salads.
Salad was
It's like
flying
falling
everywhere.
Yeah.
That's minor.
I thought the Caesar salad was kind of, It was a good, decent Caesar salad, but it wasn't. It didn't have really sharp flavor. I liked some
Yeah, that's my deal.
little
with,
sharp flavor. It was a little bland.
That's how I feel about olive.
The lettuce
is
was
that,
really good.
You know, they used the quality ingredients, and geez, the menu and reading it sounded
Yeah,
amazing.
real local ingredients.
And everyone's like, "That olive is great," and so I was really like psyched to eat like this amazing meal. It's gonna really like just do it, you know, the way
Yeah.
that Roost does it, and the way that like Sidebar. I've never been disappointed at Sidebar. But it didn't pop in my mouth. It was just like
I had the.
it's bland. It was kind of bland. I had
the tuna
fish,
burger.
I had
What'd you
fish
have?
tacos.
Yeah.
And you know, it was good big chunks of I don't know, I forget the fish. It was good.
Yeah, all the ingredients were good, but you're
But
right.
I was
it didn't
like,
pop.
I gotta say, the rice and beans were terrible.
Yeah.
That came with the fish taco. Because when I read rice and beans, I was
Yeah,
thinking, you know, get a little pile of rice and then some nice like, you know, not too saucy, but some beans with some flavor, and you know. And it was not. It was a pile of very dry brown rice, which I like. I love brown rice, but it just seemed like it was undercooked. I'm picky when it comes to eating because I've been a cook. My mom's a great cook. I love to cook. I like big flavors.
Crag Climbing Center is a rock gym located in Dayton, Ohio, with 8,000 feet of textured and sculpted vertical terrain ranging from 28 to 56 feet. For more info, go to urbancrag.com or call 937-224-CRAG.
And so, you know, when we were in New York, we went to that Thai restaurant, and we were like, make it like you make it in Thailand, make it Thai style for us. We really, and they were like, are you sure? And, you know, they were shocked. They're like, why do you order it like that? No Americans order it like that, you know, with the fish sauce and the stuff and all of it authentic.
Yeah.
And, well, I thank my mother for that, for
Because it
making
tastes
me...
better, that's why.
For making me try food and having, you know, having multicultural friends helps, certainly. And so that's what I'm used to, and that's what I want when I go out to eat. I want the, you know, the flavors that pop in your mouth. And I was really hoping that we would get that at Olive because everyone says they're great. Yeah, I've been spoiled. But I think the typical American palate is a bland palate, and it doesn't want anything that's too shocking or scary. And that's kind of what Olive is. You know, the crowd that was in there was the gray hairs from the suburbs, the southern suburbs, you could tell.
Yeah.
I know that there are the trendy city people that go there too. You know, I know that.
Yeah, but overall, I would say, my tuna.
I think that
I had a tuna burger that was
appealing to that bland,
kind of
not too scary, not gonna.
But cutting edge, but not too scary.
Exactly. We got great ingredients, but we're only gonna go this far when we could take it a step up and really make it like wow. You know.
Yeah, I would say that my tuna burger was like it was tuna. It was good.
It was good,
but it just didn't have that much flavor pop.
Yeah.
You know, they could have done a couple things, added a couple like herbs to the tuna, and maybe some like a gargonzola or some cheese with some like really like something really strong.
Yeah.
But it was just kind of it was okay. And the leeks that I had were delicious.
The fried leeks,
fried
awesome.
Leeks are really good.
Okay, that's my favorite. That
but
was awesome.
the leek sauce, the little mayonnaise swipe. Or aioli, I'm sorry. The aioli swipe that they give you.
It tasted like mayonnaise, and it just
wasn't very flavorful.
I love the idea of a fried leek. They were delicious. They were delicious dipped in Olive's delicious blue cheese dressing.
Blue cheese dressing.
2 thumbs up on Olive's blue cheese dressing.
I think
and
overall our visit was probably a B-. I think, to be fair. There were some good things going on. I hope Olive stays in and gets better.
Yes.
And starts being
like go for it more.
And we haven't had everything on the menu, so
no, that's true.
You know, those were 3 dishes. And so we'll talk about another restaurant. Our next favorite place to eat gets a little murkier.
You know, we love Rue Dumaine, but that's only like special occasions. It's kind of a distance to drive with it being so far away. But it is always a good meal.
Savona's down in Centerville.
Savona is always
really good.
I say the best Italian in the area is got to be Palermo's. The only problem with Palermo's is they have horrible service. Our front of the house service is terrible, and if you want to go eat there, expect to be there like 2 hours or 3 hours because they're just so slow.
Yeah, and that's because it's like one of those old Italian places
the
where
old
you
man's
sit
back
around
in the
and
kitchen.
You're actually waiting for like
He's
a
like
salad
making
for
it.
like a half an hour, iced tea for
it
another
takes
15.
forever. But that old man's keeping that place open. That food he
food
pumps out is
delicious.
Incredible.
So
incredible.
Final word on Palermo's.
Get carry out.
Great food, get carry out.
I recommend the bolognese sauce. It's killer.
Yes.
Speaking of bad service.
Oh, bad service is, boy, we have some experience with bad service. Some other people we know.
Lots of people, actually, apparently.
Have had some problems with bad service at DeLish.
Yes.
And, you know, we went 3 times to DeLish, hoping, I hope this restaurant works. And we had some good food.
Yeah.
At DeLish.
Bad front of the house service.
Man, we had some bad front of the house service. And the very last time...
We said that was going to be the last time we were going to go.
This is going to be... If it doesn't work out this time, this is going to be the last time.
Because we left some space.
Time.
Yeah.
For DeLish. Yeah.
We let some time go, hoping that maybe they would get the front of the house together and get that service situation together. Because the food's good, but it's not that good to make you suffer the terrible service.
Yeah, and not all the stuff they have is good.
That's
Some of the stuff is like stupendous.
Yes.
But like the night that really just ruined it, the night that brought old Audra down was we ordered some steaks
at
DeLish.
Steak.
And as you can see by the picture here, we got 2 completely gristle-filled
I don't even know what kind of meat it was.
Layers of meat. And
there was like this much meat on each of our, or this much fat on each of our steaks, just on one side.
And when the waiter came to the table, like, you know, how is everything? You were just blunt, but you weren't mean or anything. You said, it's terrible. The steaks are just like completely gristle, fatty.
Every bite had that stringy stuff. It was like a pile. I couldn't even chew it.
Yeah, and these were $30 steaks.
Yeah, it was ridiculous. $28 to be exact.
Yeah, something like with the tax, I always figure it's $30.
And then she disappeared.
And then another guy, he came to the table and was like, I heard that there's some problems with your meal. And we were like, well, you know,
the steaks weren't good.
The steaks, it just wasn't very good. You know, we're not mad. He said, you know, then he was like, I sense some sarcasm. We're like, no, it's like this. It wasn't very good.
Yeah.
It really wasn't.
I was like, it was fatty. It was
chewy,
sinewy, or whatever that stuff is. It was overcooked.
Yeah.
You know.
And so then,
he told
like,
us.
waiter number 2. Yeah, go tell him the cookie story.
He was like, well, no one's ever complained about the steaks before. Everyone loves them, which is irrelevant to us. I didn't say that, but I don't care what everybody else says.
I wish we would have loved them too.
My experience was bad. We were paying a lot of money for it. And so we told him what the problems were, problems we had with it. And he said that we should have told our waiter, which we did, but she disappeared and didn't come back until she gave us the bill, I think. And he said, well, we want all of our customers to leave with smiles on their faces, so how about we give you some free cookies? Which made us, of course, laugh. Like, we busted out laughing. We were sure smiling, because it was like, really?
Yeah, $80 for a pile of gristle, and like, here's your cookies.
All said and done, it was an $80 meal.
So, but we didn't like complain about the cookies. We were just like,
oh, whatever. If that's
whatever.
That's the solution.
Yeah,
we were laughing. So we left. We took the cookies, and I made a comment on their Facebook.
And by the way, the cookies were like
terrible,
completely dry. Like, I swear they came out of like the second day of like
they
were like I thought they were Kroger cookies. I'm not saying that they
like,
were, but they appeared to be that way. Like, just like the Kroger Deli cookies, like you'd see a pack of.
I at least said they were Chips Ahoy, which I don't know,
No, they weren't Chips Ahoy. I know my like bag cookies and stuff. They weren't Chips Ahoy.
You know your bag cookies.
Yeah, they're totally not Chips Ahoy. That's what I was saying. Like, specifically, they're like Kroger Deli. I know my cookies.
We're not ones to make a scene in a place. We
no,
don't do that.
But you did post. You had like a
Facebook
bad
that I said
experience.
That's the worst $80 meal I've ever had.
Yes,
and I said, that they thought we were joking when we told them that it wasn't good. And then we got the cookies, which was just a topper. I've had some good food there, and I've had some food there.
Yeah.
And then the steak was terrible.
Yeah.
But if they could get the front of the house, I like the space.
Mm-hmm.
I like
their taste.
I like the taste. I like that it's kind of the modern soul food. I think that's a really cool idea. Dayton needs some forward-thinking restaurants and experimental restaurants. And so, we hoped for the best for them, but I have a feeling if they continue with, we've heard lots of complaints about their service.
Yeah.
Lots
I think
of
maybe
complaints.
they want to bring in Gordon Ramsay.
Gordon Ramsay would tear that front of the house up.
Yeah, he would.
That hostess acts like she's working at a club, not a restaurant.
Yeah, she acts like she's a teenager.
Like she's at a club. So we get home. I post a thing on Facebook.
Yes, about you were very dissatisfied.
The admin sends you an email.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, and it's. I was stunned that someone would do this, but it speaks for itself.
I have an issue with that.
Because they may have been Landis steaks, but they weren't the cut we were looking for.
I have an issue with that because I buy our meat at Landis. I go to Landis, and I've seen the meat in their case because I shop there. Mm-hmm. I've never seen that piece of meat. I don't know what that cut of meat was. I don't know. I've never seen anything with all that fat on it like that. It was ridiculous, that fat on there.
Yeah, you've seen the pictures. They don't lie.
Maybe they bought Landis' scraps. I don't know. I'm sorry. But I have never seen a cut of meat like that at Landis. Yeah. Ever. So I don't know where that came from. They said those cookies were fresh baked every day. I don't believe that either. Yeah. Unless they have a terrible baker. I don't know where they get the cookies. So it's ironic that we had decided that was going to be the third strike and we weren't going to go back if the service was bad. But we ate there.
They sealed the deal.
Yeah, we told them our meal wasn't good, and then they told us to never come back. So I think that's totally hilarious. But if that's like your customer service plan, That's pretty bad.
Stan, it ain't working.
So they need to get their shit together there. I had some friends that were there just this past Saturday and said, you know, bad service issues. Two of their meals weren't good. So they need to get it together out there, down there. You know.
Yeah, we love food.
We do. We love food.
We really do.
We go out. We spend money. That's money right there. We're not giving them anymore.
Yeah.
That's for sure. So
judge for yourself.
Yep.
That's all I can say.
Contact us. Let us know where we should go and eat around
yes.
here.
Let's talk about food. We love food. And we want to know where you think we should check out, why, where you think we shouldn't check out. Because we ain't got much to do besides eat around here.
We love food.
Yeah.
We like good food, flavorful food.
Anything else you'd like to say?
No, that's it.
Thank you very much for watching. As always, click like, share these videos with your friends. We need the viewers because we can start an alternative media revolution here in the DYT 937. It ain't heaven,
DTN.
but it's our Dayton. So take it easy.
We do what we can.
Mwah.
You knew I pulled you over. Because you're a Reuben.